You can earn so much ILV every single week. Here's the blog post for the new Illuvium Arena awards that have just come to Illuvium. They are live right now. You can literally go to Epic Games using my link down in the description. You can go to Epic Games, download the Illuvium Arena game for free, jump into the game, get to the top of the leaderboards, and literally get airdropped ILV straight to your wallet every single week. Okay, and this is pretty much indefinite, and if the ILV token price goes up, the rewards go up with it. Very interesting. I'm going to cover all of the basics of it, all the rules to be eligible, and even some strategies for climbing the leaderboard a little bit easier than you might think you can. There's some interesting ways to do it, and I'm going to explain that at the end of the video, so make sure you stay around till the end. So firstly, how does it work? Every single week there is a snapshot and you will get airdrop rewards unless you have a wallet linked to your account. You will not be eligible. Okay, that's very, very important. All you need to do here is go to the Illuvium.io website, log in if you haven't already, then go to account settings right here. And when you're in account settings, it'll be very easy for you to link a wallet. Without a wallet link, you will not be eligible for rewards, but there are some other important rules you will need to know. Otherwise, you could forfeit all of your rewards or get way less than you're expecting. These are very interesting. So here are the crux of the rules. The first thing is you must be in the top 1,000 players to earn rewards. As we just saw the rewards distribution here, there is 9 ILV for number 1, 6 ILV for number 2, 4 for number 3, top 10 is getting 2 ILV, top 25 is getting 1 ILV per person per week. Top 50.6 are very good, but kind of hard to get to. And top 100, which I do think is very achievable, is getting 0.3 ILV every week. And top 500 is pretty easy to achieve if you're half decent at the game. You're getting 0.12 ILV every single week, which actually might be enough for a standard disc if you're super into Illuvium Beyond, like I am. So let's get back to the rules. Must be in the top 1,000 players. You must have played 25 ranked games with your Illuvium account. Now, what you need to know about this is that if you played before the soft reset happened, those 25 games before actually count towards this. So if you've been playing Arena for a while, it counts. If you haven't started yet, again, link down below, but you will need to play at least 25 games before you're eligible. And then you must also play 15 ranked games every single week. Obviously, if this is your first time playing, you will only need 25 for that first week you are playing to be eligible for that snapshot. So you need to play 15 ranked games every single week to receive rewards. But there are some other rules in here that are a little bit more complex that we're going to cover right now. Okay, firstly, each week you need 15 ranked games. As I just said, there is only 1 account permitted per player to earn these rewards, okay? Secondary accounts are allowed on the leaderboard. They are allowed to play ranked and everything, but they have to be identifiable. For example, my username is Scoriox. I could have 10 Smurfs, Scoriox 2, 3, Scoriox 3, Scoriox 4, and so on and so forth. However, your primary account is the only one eligible for rewards. So if Scoriox 2 and Scoriox 3 are ranked 1 and 2, and Scoriox, my primary account, is ranked number 100, I'm going to be getting the rewards as if I'm ranked number 100, and other people are going to get the 1 and 2 prize because my Smurfs are no longer eligible. Okay, so only your primary account matters the most. I would suggest using your Smurf accounts to test teams and your primary account when you're ready to take that team to the next level, since casual play is a little bit difficult. But I don't plan on smurfing myself. I don't really like the idea of people smurfing in general, but it's a part of the rules, each to their own. You do what you got to do. It's up to everyone else's decision on how they feel about that. I personally, maybe I'm just lazy. I just can't be bothered making a smurf, to be honest. Okay. However, so there is also no intentional sandbagging or surrendering. No forfeiting to players to help them get higher on the leaderboard, and no trying to forfeit to yourself either, all that sort of stuff. Very against the terms of service. Also, do not worry about shared computers' IP addresses. I have seen this come up in the Discord quite a lot. People sharing Wi-Fi networks, playing with family members, or multiple people using the same computer. There is a very robust appeals process for if they do try and catch you out and ban you and all the rest of it, there is an appeals process, okay? They're going to listen to you. It is all good. Just play normally. Apparently, they've got a lot of really intricate systems that they can use to discover cheaters and stuff like that. So that's quite interesting to me. I don't know what they are. They're not going to ever reveal it, but that is fine. Do not worry if you're playing in the same household as someone else. Now, how can you start earning these rewards? What is the strategy we're going to employ here? Firstly, the top 100 players is genuinely achievable for those who are really after those higher rewards. Top 50 and top 25, that's quite a challenge. Now, you can earn about $20 USD every single week if you're in the top 100, which is very, very good. It's about $80 a month, maybe a little bit more. Okay, if you get top 25, you're earning $300-400 a month. Very impressive, but let's stick with top 100 for now. If you want meta teams, you should check out these two YouTubers. The first one is right here. This is Viper ILV. He is the top ranked player in Illuvium Arena right now. So if you trust anyone's opinion, it is definitely his. He has some very good breakdowns of different teams and how he's approaching them. Watching his streams will really help you as well. He has really great streams where he discusses, where he plays through these teams, builds them and upgrades them. If you want to learn how to build a team in Illuvium, his streams are a very good way to do that. These breakdowns, they go a little long and he doesn't do a whole lot of gameplay. He might have changed it recently. He might be playing games in them now, but they're a little bit hard to follow if you're super new to the game. That's where Web3 Gaming TV comes up. He has some really good meta teams he shows off and things like that, plays through games, shows you through the patterns and everything. It's a little bit more beginner friendly. They can also be much shorter videos, which is really helpful for those people who don't want to watch a super long video on the topic. But they can be really great as well. And he is also top 10 ranked. So I recommend these two above all else. But there are also many other creators doing some great things in this area as well. Don't you worry. So strategically, now here is where I go against what I just said. And you're gonna find this interesting. Strategically, a lot of players in the mid-high tier elos tend to copy the teams from these players, and that quickly cements a meta. Now, many of them make slight variants and things like that as well, but the meta solidifies quite quickly in the mid-elos in particular, and getting up into the high elos a little bit. As an example, Web3 Gaming TV put out a video about Tsunami Enchanter one day, and then for the next 2 days, every single opponent you played was Tsunami Enchanter. I don't expect this to change anytime soon, and my recommendation is very simple. The minute you see one of these Viper or Web3 Gaming TV put out a really compelling team, find a counter to that team as soon as possible and use that counter for like an entire day, like the day after they release that video. Use the crap out of it. You will be able to stomp all of the people's teams because they're all copying these top few players. You better stomp them out of the meta, get your high enough elo to get top 100, top 200, and then sit there for the week. And you'll probably be able to repeat this week on week until the meta gets a little bit more complex. But especially in early days of any meta, you should be able to pull this off pretty easily. Building a counter deck is a little bit trickier, and I may make videos surrounding that subject, but only if you click that link down below. I really appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. So the other thing I want to say is that when you're playing players on repeat, it can really have a negative effect on your play. For example, if I come up against Viper and he's playing Arcanite, I'm playing something that's really weak to it, let's say Invoker, then if I come up against him again and again and again, he's going to kick my ass because my team is not performing particularly well against it. Now, you should have a team that performs well against most things, obviously, but at the same time, I don't want to play the same player on repeat. And what I recommend is trying to play around high volume time zones. I would say after work in terms of American time zone is probably one of the more commons. There's quite a few European players as well in Brazil and those sorts of areas. But the other thing I would say is I recommend the day before reset, because which is on a Thursday, 11 a.m. Australian time. You can convert that yourself. The day before reset, really good, because a lot of people are probably trying to finish their 15 matches and maybe they're a little bit tilted, so they're rushing through it. Or the day directly after reset, as everyone's trying to get their games out quickly so they have time to do some analysis on how many more games they need to win later on in the week. So right before reset or right after reset. If you liked the video, if you got some value out of it, like and subscribe down below. I really appreciate it, guys. Don't forget to click the link down below. It helps me so damn much. You have no idea. Have a good one.